I have especially set up my school and lessons for busy people who don't have time to go to classes. They need to work or do other things, but mostly people work. Now, in order to be successful in self-study, I know studying at home sometimes is difficult, but you must take the time to do that if you're going to make progress in these lessons. So what I have are a collection of tools that you can use for self-study. They're very good tools. I've got them off the internet and they're free. I use them all the time. If you want to get better results with these tools, you can pay a small price. So in this video, I'll be talking about them and demonstrating them so you can see what I mean. But I really recommend that you get these tools. They're free and they will help you in your study very much. The next one I'm going to show you is one that will read text to you. Now you can adjust the speed up here, but I won't go into the details about the controls at this point. I'm just sort of demonstrating this to you, okay? So now I'm going to play that and give you an idea of what it will do.
Saturday, made my coffee, shuffled to my computer, started to glance at the news and suddenly had to stop. I couldn't go on. Trump had yet again said something untrue, once more suggested something absurd, contradicted himself, deified himself, claimed martyrdom, blamed Barack Obama, made his billionth threat and hurled his trillionth insult. That was all clear from the headlines, which were as much as I could take. He had commandeered too many of my thoughts, run roughshod over too many of my emotions, made me question too many articles of faith. Sign up for the morning briefing newsletter. I was sapped if not quite of the will to live. Okay, I just want to give you an example of that. You can see it highlights the word that's being spoken, and that word also is being shown up here. So you can use it to get an idea of English being spoken, the words being spoken. Now the first one I want to show you is one that's called RedLang. Okay, what it does, it helps you to translate words you might upload. So I've uploaded this text. Okay, did you note up here I say I know English, I'm learning Espanol. And so essentially I upload Spanish lessons text so I can go through it and translate that. I'll show you how that goes. Now here's a text I've uploaded. As you can see, it's in Spanish. And where you see the green lines, they are words I want to know the meaning of. Now, when you see more than two lines, or as more than one word underlined, I look at the phrase. I'm looking at the phrase of that. If we go here, here it's already sent us and put me into. So más sabe hacer, it means it's sort of telling me in a way that I remember
and so forth. I can edit the phrase or delete the phrase. That's another menu that is part of this. But you can see that más saber hacer is translated more can do, more than I can do, more or less, okay? Más saber, you know. So let me go back and to the thing.
Mis dones.
This has my gift. Now, if I go to a word I have underlined, which I will do now in this demonstration, I want to know this word.
Permito.
And it tells me that the word you can see above it means allow. So it's translate that word. And it probably has underlined it. Let's go back there. Okay. So it has underlined it and more or less as a phrase. Okay. But I don't want that one underlined, so I can click on it again and I can go to that menu and say delete word, and it will take the underlining off. So I will show you what that has done in the next part. Here I'm going to show you what it has taken the underlined words that I have looked at and made them into flashcards. So I'm going to show you that flashcards review. Here I'm going to review 8 words. Okay,
Yo soy Dios.
so you can have it here. You can probably hear it. I'll do it again. It says it and shows you. Okay,
Yo soy Dios.
so it's saying on the question mark over here, what does that mean? What does yo soy Dios mean? And as it says here, try guessing first, then click the question mark to reveal the answer, which is what I'm going to do now. I think I know. I am God. I am God. It's a correct answer, right? So I could, down here it says, do you remember? And I said, you can say not at all, almost, or yes. Well, I remember. So I'll click yes. Okay. And here it showed me a word that is in the text itself. So I'll go to the next one, and they are made. It wants to, what is the phrase they are made, and I can take a glass and say hacer or something like that. No, it says say les hace. Okay, they are made. Okay, so I come down here to this one and say, no, I didn't remember that at all. So it gives me the next one, hecho. Well, hecho means, what I'm trying to think of what it means, fact, I think. And yes, it is fact. So I click on this, yes. Okay, and what it's doing up here is showing me the words left. Okay, it will finally show me all the words repeatedly until I know them all. Now I have what? I have this one here, han. Okay, what does that mean? Well, I don't know. Have, okay? So I don't know. But it will keep showing it to you. It's showing you up here where the text is, okay? And in the where I have uploaded that. So you get the idea that it keeps showing it to you and showing it to you until you know it. And it doesn't do it. You should do it every day. So every day is a new lesson, a new flashcard lesson. And it will eliminate the ones you know and show you other ones. But it will keep showing you until you know all those words. The next item is a program called Ginger. This Ginger checks your writing, checks your spelling, checks your phrasing, checks your grammar. It sometimes almost completely rewrites what you put in. I find this very, very important to me because I make a lot of mistakes in my writing, especially the spelling. So this is free, but as most free things are, it's limited. If you want the full use of this, you have to pay a small fee. I don't know, it's $2.50, maybe $5, but it's really worth it if you do any writing. And the important thing about this, since you are beginning to write, this will tutor you. In other words, it will correct your writing and make it correct. And you can learn from your mistakes what is the proper way to write. There is a part of it also when you have the more advanced, the one you pay for, it will instruct you in your writing. It's well worth it. I would certainly recommend it if you're thinking about doing any writing at all. So take it into consideration.